Hey everybody, Who Day. Welcome to the Who Day Over 40 podcast for a long time and potentially not no longer suffering Cincinnati Bengals fans. It's the night before the Super Bowl, y'all. And I was gonna do like some night before the Super Bowl and all through the house, kind of like a tale off the Christmas poem there. But I don't think I got the rhymes and the lyrics in me. On the line tonight, it's 2 yards in a cloud of dust. It's Big Hutch. What's happening, man?
I'm ready. I am ready.
Yeah, it's about 8:30 on Saturday night. So kickoff is 6:30 tomorrow. So I think we'll have a pretty good idea of what's happening in them 2 hours. So hopefully it's a good start. So today we're gonna talk about a little bit of the news in this week leading up to the Super Bowl. Some talks about kind of things that we've been seeing around our respective towns in regards to the game. One of my favorite topics is how you're going to feel the hours, of the day before you get to 6:30. And then we'll end with our predictions. I did have my dream about the score of the game again. It's been 3 weeks three playoff games in a row. I haven't gotten the score right, but I've definitely gotten the winner right. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if I
yeah.
told you, if I had dreamed about them losing, I would have said it on here too, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
So, yeah,
So
we
yeah.
wouldn't be talking, I don't think. But I got you. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. And shouts out Sam, man. Hutch and I were talking about this the other day, man. Like we know you got to be bursting at the seams, just so ready to explode at this thing, come 9:30 or so tomorrow, 10 o'clock. So, we love you, brother. We miss you. We definitely cheering just as hard for this for them as we cheering for you to get it too. So, all right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it, man. So to set the show, like I said, we got news and notes. I got a topic called a whole lot of orange. Uh, the call ups from the practice squad for the game. Um, the media weekend review. This was all the media is in town, and the media day was yesterday. We're gonna talk about Carson Palmer. It feels like that freaking movie that what was that movie? Like we got to talk about some Oscar bait movie where they have to talk about their kid that did something. Yeah. um, yeah. And then like I said, we'll get to the predictions part. But here we go. So, injury news. The Bengals couldn't be healthier, to be frank. The Jackson Carman looks like he was out for a little bit with a bad back. He's practiced the last 2 days, going full. And it appears he's going to get the start at right guard over Akeem Adeniji. At least, maybe it's the rotation again that they did in the championship game, but he's going to start at right guard. Again, he's bigger and stronger than Akeem Adeniji, and given what they're about to face, even though he has less experience, Hutch, you might just need a blob body there and just live with his, kind of rookie mistakes for a bit.
I guess. Will anybody that can slow down the Rams, in particular AD, I'm all for it.
Right. And for the biggest news from the injury front, CJ Uzama practiced questionable the last couple of days, but listed as questionable, but practiced full. So looks like he's going to play. Not sure if he's going to start. And we've said it 3 podcasts in a row now. This is a Willis Reed situation. Maybe he can't go for long, but you get the inspiration of him coming out on the floor and warming up, and he's going to give you all he got.
Yeah, that's cool. That it works for us. Put our best out there.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's the injury news. Called up from the practice squad for the game, defensive tackle Mike Daniels, which is a little bit of a surprise. He had gotten hurt in the Tennessee game, I think on the first play or one of the first couple of plays of that game, and missed the game against the Chiefs. But he's back and he's getting the call up. I can't imagine they're calling him up to not having play.
Right. I think it's all hands on deck.
Yeah, so either Zach Kerr or one of those other defensive ends tackles that they signed before that is probably not going to play. And then Trent Taylor gets called up from wide receiver. But, I mean, he's been called up all, last few weeks, but he hasn't been suited up. So let's see how that goes. But other than that, I mean, the Bengals are as healthy as they're going to be. Josh Kuku practiced all week. Stanley Wilson practiced all week. Stanley Morgan, excuse me, Stanley
Stanley
Morgan. I know.
Wilson. Yikes.
Yeah, I know. Yikes. Yeah, Beetlejuice. Stanley Morgan practiced all week. I mean, they are full and ready to go. There will be no injury excuses, at least in terms of the pregame part. So that leads to the pregame part, man. How you gonna fill your hours up to this game? You know, I said to Goat Killer today, I'm like, you know what? I'm probably wake up at 5 and get my workout in. I haven't worked out in about a week. This Bengals being good, not been good for my working out or my diet. And I was like, okay, well, that's 5. I was like, I'm gonna get up, work out for about an hour and a half, have breakfast, go for my morning walk. I was like, I'm gonna do all that shit, and it's probably gonna be by the time I'm done like 9:00 a.m. So I still gotta have several hours to get to the game. So how are you feeling your whole day here? This is a long time for a 6:30 kickoff.
This is a long blanking time. And I've been invited to 4 different places. I haven't decided where I'm going. So that will take up a couple hours. Chicken wings, do I order myself? What am I going to eat? Where am I going to go? That a lot of that stuff will take me up to about noon.
Yeah.
and then that'll be like, okay, so what the other 6 hours? Wash clothes, cook a turkey.
It's gotta keep it going. Get that brine on.
Right. So I probably won't know anything till probably about 4:00. And that's still 2 hours and a half away.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I'm gonna feel that time. And I'd imagine it's going to, as every moment ticks by, I'm going to get more nervous and nervous and nervous. And I just don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I got some work I can do for work. But I don't want to do that. The food situation, there's no eating that's going to happen until that game is over. There's just no way, unless and please they get out to some freaking astronomical early lead and it's just a coast fest. I'm not eating anything. I thought about driving down the Skyline. Like I said, that's a 3-hour trip back and forth. About an hour and a half both ways. I thought about doing that. But I ain't gonna be eating that. And if I do get a chance to eat it, it's gonna be midnight. That's probably not a great idea. I don't know. I was like, what if I wash both cars? I don't know. It's just gonna be a long time.
This is a long time to wait. This game should be on Saturday. It should be. Eventually this will get changed. I have a feeling that in the next 5-6 years they're gonna change it to Saturday night.
And
they might start charging money for it too, but I'm afraid. But yeah,
well, I didn't. I don't know if I said this on podcast just off the slide at one time that I thought Trump was going to make like Monday like a national holiday after the Super Bowl. It would have been the easiest slam dunk. Nobody would have voted against that.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like it would have just been, hey, you know what? Let's make. I mean, he if anybody could have done it and nobody would have bitched about it, it definitely under the conditions that was in, it would have been there. And so it didn't. So
what holiday would he have took away to do it though?
Nah, they would have added it. It's not like it's a real holiday anyway. It's just been like a day off for folks. But I don't know. But all right. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do all day. Again.
But what happened to President's Day?
It's still there.
It must be there for everybody but people in the business world.
That's that one. That one I do get, but even when I was working in Georgia, we got presidents but didn't get veterans. It was weird, it's just weird. So anywho, all right, but yeah, it'll be several hours. I'm not cooking a turkey. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I just don't know, and that's a good segue into the second part here. A whole lot of orange. I'll tell you this story just a little while ago. It was at Walmart or leaving Walmart, with Goat Killer. And we're, pulling out to the parking lot and I seen a dude get out of the car. And again, I'm a South Florida person. So I get out the car or he's getting out the car and he's got on a white Joe Burrow jersey, the new one or color rush one. And his daughter gets out. She's probably all of 7 with a, Bengals jersey on. And I'm going, up the arrow, the wrong way on the directional thing for parking. And I drive by, I'm like, oh, Dad, let's And he's like, yes, go Houday! Just screaming at me, and Goat Killer's looking at me like I'm a crazy person. I was like, hey man, it's a whole lot of orange here. And if you go to Publix, it's a South Florida staple here, and a Southern staple. You'll see all this Bengals stuff. I mean, of course they got Rams stuff. It's the Super Bowl, but you're just not accustomed to seeing Bengals stuff like anywhere like that. Like just in grocery stores with balloons and cupcakes and like all of this stuff. You're just not used to seeing it, right, huh? Not here.
I'm here. I'm in Atlanta, and yes, all the Publix here have Bengal stuff. Bengals and Rams balloons, cupcake, or brown or black and orange cupcakes. I went to Walmart; they got black and orange cupcakes. So all that stuff is whatever. Now the problem is that the quarterback for the Lions used to be the quarterback for the Bulldogs.
Right.
And actually, I think there's like 5 or 6 players on the Rams that are from Georgia. So some Georgia people are pulling for that team.
Yeah, but not everybody.
Not everybody. I'm wearing my AJ Green jersey right now. I've been wearing it all day, and I've gotten some Houdays and good luck, guys. While I was at Walmart and Publix. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's something else. And, a part of that whole lot of orange is, you're not on social media, but I am. Goat Killer is. Like, you see all this stuff. Bengal Jim is, out there. He's like, there is so much freaking orange out here. And so much, Bengals fans and Houdays everywhere. I was watching the Phoenix Open the other day, and somebody went off the tee, and they hit the ball. It's like, Houday! And like, oh, okay, so this is a real thing. And so they're reporting now that they think maybe 65% of the stadium is going to be Bengals fans in LA.
Yeah,
which is not surprising. I mean, look, Los Angeles and Miami got some very similarities. There's just so much to do that has nothing to do with sports. They like a good show, and they definitely like stars.
They like to be seen,
but there's no passion behind it. And let's be 100%. LA is a freaking, it's a Laker town, man. They don't care about football. They never had. So, and when they did, it was the Raiders. It definitely wasn't, the Rams. So, yeah, it's a whole lot of orange out there. I don't know if it's a whole lot to be given like a home field advantage or anything like that, but it's definitely going to not be like some advantage that the Rams are going to have, with their home crowd, cheering so much and doing all this. That's really not going to be a real thing. So, yeah. Did you think about heading out there? Because when we couldn't get you on the group chat the other day, I was like, I bet this nigga went out to freaking Los Angeles.
If I had an extra $1, I would have taken my happy Oasis there. If I spent 4 significant digits to go to Comic-Con in San Diego.
Right.
But this one would have cost 5 significant digits.
Right. Yeah. It's I mean, you would propose the idea like we should just go to Cincinnati for the week of the game and just be there for when it's done and over. Shit, I got a riot, man. And
I just saw that thing where the NFL Knicks people watching the game at
the stadium.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it is.
That was dumb. I mean, that's stupid.
Yeah, and the NBA doesn't do that. They let people go in there during the playoff games and watch it with the fans. That's just the NFL being petty.
Right, that's bullshit. Right. That pissed me off. But all the stuff I've seen so far, that's pissed me off the most.
You got all some other media stories here. Willie Anderson doesn't make the Hall of Fame, makes a finalist for the first time, I think, ever, but doesn't make it into the Hall of Fame, which is crap. Everybody knows he's the greatest modern day right tackle, but he played for the Bengals, and that's all there needs to be said about that. Right. But winning this game tomorrow probably changes that for a few people. Probably Kenny Anderson, probably Willie Anderson, probably, Ken Riley, unfortunately, posthumously, but it probably does that. And, that's a shame that it has to happen so late, but a win will probably do it. How much
Mm-hmm.
other media stuff did you see this week?
I
It is media week. I typically ignore this stuff, and I'd be 100%. I've kept myself in radio silence. I have not. I've been tweeting about the game and reading about it like that, but for the most part, I'm zero podcast, zero sports talk, zero PTI. I mean, these are the staples of my daily life, and I'm zero for all of it.
I have not been paying attention to none of this stuff. Um, I'm sorry, very little of the stuff. Very, very little.
Mm.
I didn't want to get over whatever with all the bull crap stories, all the media row. I've heard it from all the other years.
Right.
People telling the same stories.
Yeah, selling something, hawking something.
Right,
Right.
right. So I'm burnt out on that stuff.
Yeah. And I didn't, media day, and but there's no good thing of COVID. But if there was, the fact that people couldn't be around, and all the crazy Spanish language people and asking people to get married and dress, like all of that just ridiculousness that goes around this,
Right.
obviously limited because of COVID. So
Right. And
that's the
no
only,
Howard Stern
yeah,
fart jokes and
yeah, just none of that.
right. I'm out of that realm.
Yeah.
But here's one thing I did notice. Did you see the stories about Stephen A. Smith, one of our favorites, talk
Mm.
about it would be a great story if the Bengals won?
I didn't see him say that or hear about it.
I did, and I never remember any other Super Bowl talk about it'd be a great story if Team X won.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or I don't know, this ain't fairy tale, Bill. I don't
Right.
know. Just play the game. I do want the Bengals to win, but I
Uh-huh.
never heard of like it's a good story. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a fairy tale.
Right.
Eh,
Yeah, it's football.
right.
It's gonna get kicked off at 6:30, and people are gonna get knocked in the head and the face. So let's get it from that way, and don't be trying to diminish it in any way, shape, or form. Again, don't get me wrong. I want them to win in the worst way. Again,
Right.
if this shit was over in the first quarter and it was 35-3, like they get the blitzkrieg like the Seahawks did, Peyton Manning for Denver, I would love
Mm-hmm.
it.
Love
I
it.
don't want I don't need to sit through a tight game and waiting for a field goal one way or the other. I don't need to see or experience any of that. I just want the dub. And yeah, I just want that dub. So let's get to that part. Other media things that we probably should have ignored but couldn't was Carson Palmer. Um, he got on Media Row to hawk whatever wares he was, and then people started asking him questions. And I wish I had clipped the shot, but I mean, he was basically got on with, I think he was on with, oh man, I can't remember. It was two black dudes though, but it was like he was essentially saying, are the Bengals, even if they win the Super Bowl, are they gonna, commit to continue winning? Or he's gonna have to decide if he wants to sign with him in 5 years. And people were like, "Are you serious right now, dude? Like, you know, are you serious?" Like, he had an opportunity, and I think, he burned that bridge, when
To
he
the
quit.
ground.
Well, he burned it when he quit, and then, he went on and did whatever he did in Oakland and Arizona, and then he was done. And time heals all wounds, but he seems to
Mm,
be carrying this torch. And then he did that, that special on NFL Network where he burned some more bridges and said that the Bengals didn't spin and they didn't do all these types of things. And we talked about this on here, where it's like what he was saying is not unnecessarily true, but it's not like that they didn't spend money on him. They made him the highest paid, quarterback or player in the NFL there for a moment. So it wasn't like that they weren't going to spend. It's just that he didn't think that they did enough, and there's rumors that they did, he's the one that asked for T.O. and they got him for him and it burnt to the ground. That wasn't, their, what I mean? There's all these types of, two sides to every story, but the middle, is where it is. But why is this week your time to grind that axe, Hutch? Like this, it doesn't seem
because
like it's the appropriate time.
it's the appropriate time when your ass is out of the league and you ain't got nothing else going on.
Mm-hmm.
And he jelly. as the
Right.
kids say. He jelly. This was him. This should have been him, or he believed it should have been him 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it never happened for him. It didn't
Right.
happen for him here. And he got to the championship game with the Cardinals, right?
Right. Isn't that the one where he threw the
The
5
five
interceptions?
interceptions, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
right.
But hold
So,
tight.
right. So I mean, in 5 years, we'll see what happens. But or
But
whatever it is, 4 years. But
but
for
he
right now, he should be. He got $100 million from the Bengals. He should be happy, or got at least 70, 80 million from the Bengals. He should be happy,
Mhm.
and whatever. Yeah, he should be a Bengal person. I mean, but he is from California, right?
He is from California. And
Right.
again, like you gotta think about like, like dude, be mature. This is not the week for that. All these other I mean, people still love Boomer. And it's not like he hasn't been critical of the team
Oh, he has,
or of the organization, but
and he got rights
he's
too.
right. He's still, he's repping Cincinnati now. A lot of former players are still out there that might have had an axe to grind. I mean, shit, AJ Green reactivated his Twitter, Instagram account to go and, congratulate the Bengals and all of this types of stuff. And I'm just like, man, why in the world would you like
Shit,
this? Just ain't it. Yeah, why are you shitting on it? And he is jealous. I think that is what it is.
that
That
is.
nigga wearing your number that you had, and he's out here in the Super Bowl in his second year. Whereas you,
He's won
sorry,
more.
bro.
He's won more playoff games in shit 3 weeks than
Right.
he won in 17
Have it.
years.
Right, exactly. So I mean, it's just a mess, dude. Like a whole
But I
mess with
mean, the
Carson.
hate's gonna hate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's right. He's gonna always have a whatever to grind,
Yeah.
and I mean that's just he. I mean, he got it right and to a point.
Yes.
Hey, hey, hate on, brother, hate on.
Does does he get Ring of Honor?
I don't know. I don't think he
You don't
does.
think?
I don't
I
think he
don't
made
either.
it.
I don't either. I think just because of this, not because of his play. His play would obviously place him in there. But seriously?
I would. There's Boomer's already in there, right?
No, he didn't make the first cut.
It's Boomer. Then it's shit. It
You
might be
Dalton
Redhead
getting
Ned.
in. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dalton getting in.
Redhead Ned, and then he's fourth.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, actually, sorry, he'll be fifth because the mofo that's playing tomorrow will get in before him.
Yeah, as soon as they win
Already.
tomorrow, they might put him in already.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I had a Carson Palmer jersey. When we drafted him and sat him, I was just like, well, that's not good. But then when I saw him play that first game at New York, I was like, oh, I get it. Like I see, at the Jets, they lost the game, but I could see why, people were so high on him. And
Right.
I mean, we got to be honest, he was never the same after the knee injury, and that's not his fault. But
I mean, and I understand. I understand. He that should have been his season.
Yeah,
We should have gone to at least the divisional round or something,
right.
and we
Yeah.
got robbed. And
Yep.
and by his when we say his former roommate, that he was a
Mhm.
goon.
Yeah.
No penalty. That's
No
horrible.
penalty. And that's where, it all falls apart. And that's unfortunate. It is. But
Right.
it's not like the Bengals, had a poor offensive line around him or anything like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, I mean, they
That was a
did
cheap
everything
shot.
possible. Yeah, they did everything possible to, protect him, had weapons around him. I mean, it was there.
The
And it
Steelers.
just didn't work out. And, the reboot didn't work out either. And that's it. You're gone.
Yeah, right, and this is the suckier part, and this goes to the other story that you showed me about Atkins not being able to play because of a shoulder injury.
Right.
And these guys you only got 7, 8, 9, 10 years to do shit like this unless you're Tom Brady. And if you don't win, and if you don't win that Super Bowl, it's hard as hell to get back to this flanky thing.
Yeah.
And you might not ever see that shit again.
I'm funny you should say that. I tweeted this yesterday, and the Jim or Orlovsky. I think I'm pronouncing his name wrong. He writes. He was writing. He was a part on the Cincinnati Enquirer staff for a while, but he moved back to Milwaukee, so now he's covering the Bucks. And so I tweeted yesterday that, for a long time, Bengals fans, all this talk about, Burrow's gonna, make multiple Super Bowls. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. I'm like, we aren't promised next season. The team isn't, and certainly people like us who've been cheering for these people for 40 plus years aren't promised next season. So I tweeted the meme.
Promised nothing.
Well, I tweeted the GIF from Goonies. It was like, this is our time.
Yeah.
This is our time. This is it. Tomorrow is our time. I can't be dependent upon, he's going to win 6 or 7. I just need him to win 1 tomorrow. And I'm good.
Finish that thought because
I'm good. Like we're not promised next season, Hutch. So why am I like, if they don't win, like, we're gonna get it next year. You know who thought that? Marino thought that.
A lot of
Aaron Rodgers thought that.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers thought that shit.
Right.
He thought, we're gonna get back again. He ain't been back in 12 years.
Right. Roethlisberger is done.
Yeah, also the same thing. He ain't been back since then either.
Right. Roethlisberger. Right. I mean, they're going to the Hall of Fame, this and that, and this could be it. You could have one of the best teams ever, but on that one day, if you turn over the ball and this and that, you going home for the holidays.
Exactly. Chiefs thought it was their dynasty of one birthright. Yeah, you've been twice, but you got one. That's it.
That's it, right? And
that's it.
And their team is going to be dismantled after this season.
And he's his 5th year now as the starter. Like
fourth
seriously, 4th or 5th. Like we ain't promised nothing, man.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
This is our time.
The league is Baltimore. The league changes from year to year, and injuries and craziness just happen.
Right. So I can't, man.
We won all these playoff games, or at least the last 2 on damn near overtime field goal kicks.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't the league. That's one. Let's say this: the league no longer has a super team. It is not like there's this one team that's just running through the league and they're just destined to get there. There's like 10 or 12 teams now that can win the Super Bowl every year now because the league is so much parity.
Parity, right? Yeah. So that's really where I'm at, man. You need to win tomorrow. Right. You ain't promised nothing.
And not to mention we're half a century now. Yeah,
exactly.
The law of averages.
Mm-hmm.
We might have another decade or 2 in us. So maybe. So, and not to mention our health is my health ain't the greatest. So yeah, I can't
win tomorrow.
Tomorrow, so I can make this work.
Yeah, exactly. I can check that thing off the box, and we be done with that part. And so that's where I feel. Look,
I can't wait to be 65, 70, and I'm gumming it.
Yeah. Look, man, I got my cigar for tomorrow.
Oh, you do?
I'm ready. Oh yeah, I got my cigar. I'm ready to puff, go. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, we used to, because we do whatever. I used to get a lot of business in South Florida, and we used to get cigars all the time for the holidays.
Right.
And I don't get them anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, we are ready to puff tomorrow, victory style.
I got a whole bunch of humidors and everything, or them little whatever. But whatever, I would love. Yes, if we win tomorrow, I will go get a cigar. If I gotta go get a damn Swizzer Sweet or black
Swisher Sweet,
black and mild or something.
Yeah,
I'll
Philly
start
Blunt.
I'll start there. And it'd be midnight, so only gonna be a couple places open. I mean, I go get it earlier than that.
Yeah, but whatever. You might want to, do a preemptive. You want to go to the gas station at that time, excited and happy. Yeah, in Atlanta.
Right.
I see news stories start off like that.
Right. There's Oh, everybody's celebrating. Wait a minute, not even Brown fan. It's just like, or Bengals fan, they're shooting.
Yeah,
That
it's
ain't
just right.
good.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, that's for sure. All right, so we're gonna get into this prediction piece here.
Oh boy.
Nobody in the national media. I almost sent y'all this thing from USA Today. If they have 10 writers that write for football on there, all of them pick the Rams.
So right. But I'm looking on the. I had it up, but I don't know if I put it whatever. I just went to Bodogs or all the different websites, and the number went down. It wasn't it 4.5,
It was.
and it went down to 4. And I'm looking
Mhm.
at all these hot picker people that picked all these things, and
Right.
all of them have been fucking up with the Bengals.
Right. Yeah.
So keep picking
Exactly.
up.
And yeah, well, and I don't know. Again, it's more of a social media thing, so I don't know if you know about this, but do you know of the Drake curse?
I do definitely know about the Drake curse.
Okay, so Drake spent what it was
Bitcoin.
$2 million in crypto.
But yeah,
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 but yeah,
right,
2 million betting on the Rams and Odell. I was like, oh, that's a good sign for the Bengals because
right.
Drake is the ultimate
So
sports curse.
right, he's a
Um,
bad luck chaperone.
yeah, he is definitely the ultimate thing there. And
Right.
again, I would say it's probably, a 70-30 split when you see people picking. It's the same old stuff. I don't know if I could show this or figure it out for you. Like
So
listening to the media. Well, I have to do share screen, but I don't know if I can. I'm gonna
Team
try it
Brady.
up. Well, I'm gonna try to pull it up before I do that part. Um, that watching or listening to whatever media that I did listen to this week, people, all they're doing is essentially saying the same shit that they've been saying for
Right.
30 years, just modifying and changing the names. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, oh, any deep analysis about the offensive line isn't any good. It's not good this year, but they've done better here. Like going into some sort of, I mean, this is your job. You should probably have some version of, I don't know, some
So
depth to what you're talking about. You know what
they
I mean?
right, they should, but it's this is for them. Look, it's just easy. The Rams are playing at home. The Rams
Mm,
have 4 or 5 players that are household names, and
mm,
so the Bengals are the Bengals. Their
right,
Bengals are in the 36th market in the United States for football. Small market town, small market team.
right,
They've been used to losing, and this is where the Cinderella loses her slippers.
right. All right. So if you're on YouTube, whatever, you can follow me at the Marvel Hacks, by the way. But if you look at this, I made this media bingo card that I tweeted out. That if you can see, like, this is just the same talking points that you see all day, or all that you listen to all day. 9 sacks, bad offensive line. Mike Brown is sheep. The one that sends me over the wall is the Bengals. The Bengals. I'm like, Susanna Hoss ain't nowhere around, motherfucker. It's the Bengals. Dang it. All of these things. It's the same talking points all freaking day. It's the whole same thing. And so I created this bingo card just to be like, look, it could be a drinking game too, because all of them leads up to tomorrow. It's going to be the same thing too. When everybody goes out and picks, I saw the NFL Network 4 people all picked the Rams. Nobody's picking the Bengals. Nobody picking to beat the
No,
Chiefs.
but
Nobody picking to beat the Titans.
no, right. Well, right. Some people still have them glued to the Raiders.
Right.
So, um, there are some media personalities. Have you Marshawn Lynch is on record saying the Bengals win by a field goal,
Oh, okay.
24-21.
Yeah, and that's great. And a lot of the ones that are picking again for them to lose are picking them to lose close. And my thing is, if it's close, the Bengals are winning because you go with the better quarterback,
Right.
and that's
Well,
that's not even disputable. That's not
I think
debatable.
that's football. Is the team with the better quarterback usually wins
Yeah,
the shit.
correct. So if it's close, that probably means that the Bengals are going to win. I don't know if I got it in me. Probably going to leave the house again with my blood pressure issues, and I'll just come back at the end when it's over. But yeah, it's nut cutting time, man. I did have my dream. Like I said, I did have my dream, and I had them in my dream winning 24-10.
Damn.
Which is a weird score. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way they're gonna hold them to 10 points. I'm like, you wouldn't think, but that was my dream score. And so in my reality score from thinking and whatever, no, I have 27-21 Bengals. I think they're gonna win. There's a portion of me that doesn't think it's necessarily even gonna be that close. I've been down on that for a while now, just because I think our quarterback has the ability to will that team to win. I do. And I could be wrong. Hope I'm not, but I'm ready to puff that cigar, come 11:30 or so tomorrow night. What you got?
I like 24-21 Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's I would love for it to be a blowout that the Bengals win. They're up 20 by late into the third quarter,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't talk to Matt Ryan in his situation.
Yeah.
And just they win outright, and
Mm-hmm.
it's you look at the Rams sideline, they're all dejected. OBJ is pissed off, and him and Ramsey are throwing blows at each other. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's, I if they got out to, like I said, in my dream, they got out to 21-0. And, it just came back, whatever scores, later on. But I like the Bengals here. I know there's recency bias here, of course. That's my team. But if I really didn't think they had a chance, I assure you and everybody that listens to this podcast, I assure you I would tell you that. Because I'd be like, they ain't winning this game. They ain't got no shot. I ain't going to be watching it. So nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Hopefully, they win, sometime in my lifetime before I die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the Super Bowl has been for the last several years. The underdog team has won, and they won outright.
Right.
So I mean, the Buccaneers were underdog last year. They won.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the year the Chiefs won, they were underdogs. But
no, the Chiefs versus the 49ers, the 49ers should have won, but
yes, they did.
Yeah, but they, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and for the most part, the team with the better quarterback won.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just, hey, you can't win if you don't play. As a Buckeye fan, I've seen them get their ass kicked, but I've seen them win 2. I've seen them lose 3. So, hey, we got to get in there. It would be great for the state of Ohio and Kentucky, and even the team that's up north, I think they would be happy about it.
That's great for all of them. It'll be great for us. Yeah. Look, I was 11 and 18 for these 2 previous Super Bowl losses. 11, it didn't register. 18, it registered, and that shit hurt a lot.
The way we lost hurt a lot.
Yeah, and I would really like to not repeat that feeling, nor pass it on to Goat Killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need him or me to experience that with separately or together. Right. Get this dub, win the game,
right?
And we're gonna party like it's 1999. That's it.
Right.
This is
how long you think you can stay up after the game? How long we win 30-21 or something on some Sunday night, Monday morning? How late you staying up? How many interviews you gonna watch?
I can't see me going to bed. I can't. I'm gonna just. I was telling the story, and of this from your days. That expression where you just drink yourself sober. That's pretty much what's gonna happen.
Shit, I ain't drank myself sober in a long fucking time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's where we're gonna be, because I'm fairly certain with O'Dub, I'm going to work on Monday because I have to go for reasons. And then the after that, the process starts of getting to Cincinnati for this freaking parade. I'm just not missing that. I'm not. I missed Obama part two, I think, not the first one. I missed Obama's second inauguration. I didn't want to go. This is one y'all froze y'all asses off, right? Or was that
We went to the
Obama
first
one?
one. We went to
Oh, that was
Obama
the
one.
freezing. That's the
That was
freezing one.
the
Yeah,
freezer.
yeah. No, thank you. I missed it, and I regret it, and I don't all at the same time. I'm definitely probably gonna see another Bengal Super Bowl before we see another black president. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out.
If the tickets to go to the game were face value and you get there right now for under $1,000, would you go?
For a solo person or a double? Because like, I mean, you get me. I gotta take.
If you could take the whole clan for $5,000,
No,
would you?
couldn't.
$5,000?
No, couldn't justify it. Couldn't justify it. I couldn't.
If I could get tickets for face value and I get a flight out there right now for $1,000, I would do it.
Yeah.
For $1,000 and back.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't do it.
Right. For $1,000 and 50-50 us winning. Yeah.
Yeah. If you told me it was like me and Goat Killer could get out there probably for like 1,500 and flip it back and forth with tickets, I could probably float that, but I couldn't float 5Gs. That's just not possible. Nah. Even with a guaranteed dub, I couldn't float it.
If it was a guaranteed dub, shit,
I couldn't do it.
I might go for. I mean, I could probably spend for about. I could go for a 3-piece for a guaranteed dub. I mean, damn it, there'd be a lot of peanut butter when I get back. But I would do
beyond peanut butter. You're gonna be making it like fucking Washington Carver.
Right.
You can't even buy it out of the jar. You got to literally buy peanuts.
Right. Grow them up my damn self and steal it from folks.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, you know what? That would be. So if we was in Los Angeles right now, it's 6:15. I mean, the day before, shit, I'd be out dancing with fucking Brown. Hell, I'd be all the dignitaries. Oh, Lord knows what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I agree. I saw a Twitter follower I know that lives in Miami, and she was like, "Oh, I'm going out to LA. I'm not going to the game. I'm just going. I want to be there."
Right.
I'm like, okay, but singleton, no kids, so makes sense. You can go out there. Well, ticket $400. Whatever. What are you gonna do? So I don't know. You're gonna sleep in the streets, or you got someplace to go, but that's fine. I can't justify that. With teenagers. So
right.
I just can't do it.
Right. And understandable for that.
Yeah.
And the adulting. But anyway, I'm in Georgia. The Georgia Bulldogs finally beat Alabama and won the national championship. They also had a 40-year drought, and they finally broke that curse. And I mean, them motherfuckers they spent up a whole lot of money to go see that shit in Indianapolis.
And that's Indianapolis. Right. And I'm glad you said that, because these things also work in tandems too. Like generational sports curses tend to lift.
The Red Sox.
Yeah, like what I'm saying. Well, yeah, but they like happen happen amongst a lot of teams, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, oh shit, Georgia did win after 40 years. Forgot about that. Bengals ain't never won. So you start to be thinking, oh, okay, that's kind of that sports god stuff. Okay. And then you think, well, it may not be any baseball this year, so you don't have to worry about that. But, now it's just like
25 years.
20, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like we be in one of those little window things, where those types of things are just happening. I'm looking for every straw and I'm going to grasp it.
We got a white heavyweight champ.
Yeah. Kennedy had a Vice President Johnson and
right.
We're getting into that. Oh Lord. All right. So yeah, I will say this: if you are a listener to this, and in the God forbid, whatever that particular team that we cheer for, I ain't even gonna say it, doesn't do what they're supposed to do, I will be off social media for. I was talking to Goat Killer today. I was like, it's probably got to be a solid week. I'd probably need like Sunday to Friday that I would just like probably kill all my stuff. Like just nothing. No intake, no TV, no radio, no nothing. Probably to Friday. But that's not gonna happen because the Bengals are gonna win.
Right. So right. If that shit would come to pass, I haven't been talking a lot of shit. I usually talk a lot of shit around Ohio State games, and then I get my feelings hurt. But with this, I'm like, it'll be a solid week before I get back on.
Yeah.
Or I won't listen to sports talk. I won't. I bought Madden for the PlayStation. I won't even play that shit. That shit to grow cobwebs too.
Oh, and speaking of which, you know, if you run the Madden simulator, had the Bengals winning.
I just ran it. They won. Bengals were down 20-14 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Joe Burrow takes the shit down the field. They kick the extra point and win the shit.
Oh wow, yeah, I don't remember what the aggregate simulator score was, but they did win it. And again, you know,
what does Surrey say?
The Bengals win. Not Surrey. No, Surrey didn't say that. Fuck Surrey. Surrey was saying that they were gonna lose, but Google and Amazon, Alexa, both said they were gonna win. So, you know, that's weird, by the way. Just FYI, it's just weird. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Wasn't there a bear or somebody always picked who's gonna win or two?
Oh yeah, I saw some animal thing on Sports Center this morning with just various animals picking games. None of this shit matters. Like it really isn't. It's not like whoever wins Ohio's gonna win the presidency here. Let's just go out, score more points than the Rams. That's all we gotta do. That's it. Don't turn the ball over and score more points. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Score more points. Have more points than the other team when the
clock hits zero. That's it.
All right. That's you don't have to be the best team ever. You got to be the best team tomorrow.
Exactly. Yep.
Against that team.
This is our time. That's it. All right. Exit music, Coach.
I think. Can you read my name?
Yes. Time for some action. Yes. Was that Cypress Hill?
A red man.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Well, the sample is Cypress Hill.
Right. Or
okay. Yeah. Is that right? Yes. There's time for some action. Yeah. That's Cypress Hill.
Well, there's also the thing. What's the matter? Just get ready to run. Not the Gap Band, but yeah, just play. Yeah, that's it.
Time for some action. Time for some action. Yeah. That's Redman's song, but that's Cypress Hill's. That's B Real's freaking whatever.
All right.
I got the clearance to run the interference. All right, here we go. All right, so yes, as Red starts to play us out, one of the greatest MCs of all time, by the way. But you know, we won't have that conversation.
Now he's a weed head. Why aren't we all?
Aren't we all? Yeah, but as Red begins to play us out, I'm producer of this podcast. Y'all gonna see us tomorrow night.
Well, how you gonna see us tomorrow night?
Oh, we're gonna get crunk, sir. We are definitely
gonna try to do a podcast at 1 o'clock in the morning. Good luck.
We jumping on, you know, we jumping on just to scream and yell, and I don't believe it, and all of that. Like this happened.
Good luck with that, sir. Because if they win, first off, I'm in the streets. I'm in the streets. I am hopefully not getting meeting police people, but I'm in the streets.
Flip that car over radio right here.
Right. I'm in the streets. I am trying to find cigars. I'm playing lottery tickets. Right. If I'm at the same place I was 2 weeks ago, that shit was.
It's over.
It's super over.
Right. Okay, I got you. Well, we won't be until it's over. At some point in time, we will. You ain't going to work on Monday, right?
There's people know about this channel now.
Oh, okay.
but nonetheless, we will, as the old Negro spiritual go, we will see.
We will see. We will see.
We will see.
We will see.
We will see.
We will see. Well, we will see.
That might be a good song to put on.
No, it's great, man. We will see. But it's going to be Red playing us out, and we will see you people after the Cincinnati Bengals win Super Bowl 56, score TBA or TBD at some point. We'll see y'all after that happens. Who day, everybody. Let's get a good night's sleep. Let's go tomorrow. Let's fucking go. Who day. Peace, everybody. Hutch, sign off.
Who fucking day.
We'll see
56
y'all
all
after
the
this.
way.
Yeah, we'll see you after this, dub. Peace.
Peace.